So the journey to Laos is actually a 3-day trip. Day 1 involves driving from Chiang Mai to Chiang Khong, which is at the border between Laos and Thailand. Then day 2 we finally get on the boat and we travel from Chiang Khong, cross the border and arrive in Pak Beng. And the last day, the 3rd day, it's 9 hours on a boat all the way from Pak Beng to Luang Prabang.
We're going to tell you all about our journey, the pros, the cons, the things that are great, what wasn't so great. But first, this is the actual trip. Okay, so overall conclusions about this trip. We definitely recommend taking the slow boat from Thailand to Laos. However, doing a 3-day tour is something we would definitely reconsider.
So perhaps a lot of our negatives come from the fact that we did a budget tour and we took the option that was only 2,400 baht. So some of the things we didn't like so much was that we were always leaving behind schedule. Sometimes we would be waiting around for an hour before anything happened. Also, when it came to accommodations, the hotels weren't amazing. Our first night was spent at a former jail, and it kind of felt a bit Spartan. There was no hot water, so we couldn't shower. In terms of food, I would call it prison food. It was boiled cabbage and just overcooked rice. So those were some of the cons.
I think you're being a little bit too kind with your description of the hotel. It was literally the hardest bed I've ever slept on. I would have been more comfortable on a rock. So if I had to do this trip over again, I would definitely do it independently. You can take a bus from Chiang Mai or other northern Thai cities all the way to the border, cross it yourself, find your own accommodations, find something that's a little bit better, more suitable than what we stayed at. Also, you can buy your own boat tickets as well. And by showing up early at the pier and purchasing it yourself, that ensures you get a good seat, and that's the key to enjoying your experience going down the Mekong.
So a few tips to make the trip a bit more pleasant would be show up early. You want to be the first person on the boat so you can choose the best seats. You don't want to be near the front because the views aren't that great and you're kind of sitting sideways, and you don't want to be near the back because the engine is rambling and it's incredibly loud. You want to choose a seat in the middle. Also, you'll want to bring a cushion or a pillow just in case you end up seating on the wooden seats. Those are not very comfortable. And you'll also want to stock up on lots of food, bring sandwiches, pastries, whatever it is you'll want to eat because it's a long trip. And on the boat, they just have chips and tea and
Cups of
noodles in a
noodles.
cup.